Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the design room. Please have a seat. Your waitress will be out in a moment. Be sure to tip your waitress while she is here. Game dev time. So, I have to give you guys credit because you guilted me into something. I know this is going to sound absolutely ridiculously silly, but let me show you what you did. See what you did. I got a notification like 8 games on my. Oh, okay. For something else. Is this the right one? Let us see. It is not the right one. We want this one. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys what you guilted me into. So this was our Photoshop file yesterday. See if I can make it a little bit easier for you guys to see. And because I was just throwing stuff around, I'm like, okay. You guys go, well, you should group all that stuff, which you're right. I should have grouped it all when I was making it, but I was not doing that at the time. Get to Photoshop here. However, so last night I went back and I grouped everything. So now we have the shadows are grouped everywhere that there's shadows. We have the stone is grouped. The grass is grouped. Some grasses aren't because they're needed for other things, because there's other layers. You know, even in the shadows, we have some of our things, but we also have some effect stuff. So the bridge is grouped like everything that's made of the rock. The dirt, the upper dirt. So we had to make some changes to a few things. And the water. Apparently I put the water in there too, but it shouldn't have been. It should have been in the other section. Let's turn that back on. And then we have the lower shadows because of the way the layers are set up, I wanted some higher shadows and some lower shadows. So the lower shadows are for things that had to be underneath layers. So like in the grass, the lower shadow had to be underneath that. And I think in the water, I had one too. Yeah. So we had a lower shadow in the water too to smooth out the transition between the grass and the water. And then we had just basic items separate from landscaping and stuff like that. And then water, which we already covered. And then dirt. So all the dirts will pop out. That one doesn't pop out because it's a upper shadow, a lower shadow dirt. So, yeah. But it still needs some more refinement and stuff like that. But you guys were right. I should have been doing that from the very beginning. And somebody clipped monkeys in the zoo. Okay, you guys. But now we have the items separated out too. So we can pull those if we want to. But now even like the stones, we can pull the stones out, which means we can replace the stones anytime. They're always in the stone directory. And all their effects go with them. So yeah, so that was a cleanup. Yes, she is. Savvy is always watching. Okay, so let's go to our game here real quick. Turn this window off. Let's see how all this stuff looks now. The game maker. And here is the new one. I believe, in fact, let's make sure it's the new one. I need to let's recapture it in to make sure that we have the new one that we just finished. Okay. I'm pretty sure I pulled it in, but we'll just make sure. Import from we're in the wrong place. Assets. New. Oh no, here it is. Oh, this should be the right one. Yes. Yeah, it didn't look like it changed, so it's all good. Yeah. So we have the right one in here. Well, I moved everything around. I forgot. Towns. So here's our town with all the right correct stuff in there. You know, I did, like I said, I did make a couple changes. Like I put a drop shadow on the grass so it looks like there's a little bit of room. And when we make, I can add one if you're okay. What? We add a Twitch clip channel to Discord, please? Yes, go ahead. Watching rolling her eyes. Got it in my wish list, waiting for a good state. I can add one if you're okay with it. Do it. Clippy Otter. Oh no, not another title. Someone blocks Sparta's eyes, so he doesn't see the new title. The Clippy Otter. Ah, damn it. I know. Money's a bit tight in the groups, though. We're waiting on a better sale. Yeah. Yeah, so I just wanted to lift that off a little bit more. Also, I wasn't really happy with how the transition was on the water. So I just made it a little drop shadow of blue on the water so it would smooth it out a little bit. And I think that actually looks better than it did. So, but we do need to make transitions from grass to rock. So that's going to be something we'll have to make as far as like beautifying stuff. But and that's probably maybe, wow, where did that come from? That should not be there. Is it on the upper or the lower? Okay, it's on the upper. That should not be there at all. Let's do this. Say, hey, bud, you're not supposed to be there. What is that line? Oh. Oh, I see what that is. Let me use this one. Actually, we should just use the erase tool. When I added the drop shadow, you can see on the edge here that above that, there's a little bit of the drop shadow there, which I have to take off in the final. It'll be easy fix, but it's funny. That means it's probably down here too. Yeah, see, there's a little bit of drop shadow right there too. So we'll have to pull that out. It'd be actually kind of easy to do, really. Just clean it up. Okay. It doesn't look like there's, oh, there's a couple here. Interesting. What did I put on the upper? Oh, it's because that, when I was cleaning up, apparently I used the wrong tile. But that's the best part is you see something, it's a mess, you go back and fix it. You don't argue about it. You don't have a meeting about it. You just go and do it, and it's done. And then when it's done, and nobody has to worry about it because it's done. Okay. Let's see if it messed anything up here. I need to make this window bigger. Yeah, see, there's some problems here. That is our shadow part, though. Let's do this. Let's go back to our set here, and it looks like, yeah, it's right there. Okay. Let's go back to Photoshop. What we're looking at is this right here. See that line right there? That's what we're looking at. It should not be there. So what we'll do, let's go to our dirt level. Dirt. Screaming mad at dirt. Now what the dirt level should be, let's get our grid back up. View grid. So that should have just been an extension of the other one. So, because our dirt is basically just this middle piece. So all we really have to do is grab the middle piece, copy it, paste it, and then move it over into that section. Get rid of that line. There, that got rid of the line. But, and you can see that because we put the shadow on the grass to make the transition, that is easy to fix. Boom. Boom. Done. Then we do a save. Keeps it in the area here. We need to merge these. Merge those. Oops. Z. We didn't want to merge everything. We just wanted to merge the selected ones. Oh, bump, 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 bump. Merge. Why is it not? Okay. Let's turn this off. I don't want this to be apparent. I want it to be a single image, which means I have to put it down here. Oh, because it won't let me because I'm not doing one single one. Okay, now we can do this and merge those two. Oh, it won't let us. Interesting. Let's turn that off. Oh, we'll get it in a minute. Screw it. We'll let it do that. At least it's all happy. Okay, we'll fix that later. Export the new tile set so we get rid of that line. Show RPG 51 assets, new asset, tile set. Okay. Now we should be able to go back to our game and load the new tile set, and everything, that line will go away because you can see it there. And sometimes that's just it. You're chasing just little itty bitty things sometimes. It's just like, okay, well, let's see if I can get this to zoom in. Because this line is what we were trying to get rid of. This little line here. And it should have never been an issue in the first place, but for some reason it is. So we'll load that. Oop, yes, yes, yes. And then go back to our title. And now that line is gone. Why does this get so big? Okay, so now that line's gone and our dirt's back to where it should be. But yeah, cool stuff. Now if we go back to our town, should be none of those anywhere. Cool, cool. Oh, all these are all good. Would you agree if we add the title first, the author of Odin, to Savvy's title list? I am not in charge of Savvy's title list. So that is between Savvy and Sparta. First, the author. That is so funny. You guys are silly. I fear that we are creating a monster. Recently downloaded. Okay, that's not for me. Yes. I'm gonna make a second parchment similar to your schedule, just for your titles. Wahaha. Give me a minute. Okay. Okay, what's going on up here? But the Savvy Clipper sounds like so Rico. Yeah, the parchments were that I used was actually created by Sparta. Isn't that how nicknames work? But we're gonna. The thing is, we're gonna get to a point, and I think this is Sparta's plan: is get to a point to where he will throw up the list of all Savvy's titles and fill the whole page. I think that is the goal: is to have so many titles in there that it fills the whole page. I just want it noted that Savvy has been an extreme help to the community and to Discord and to me in regards to learning new things and getting new things. So on both the website and or on the Discord site and the Twitch site. So you can sing her praises all you want. But no, Sparta is collecting them and will put them up. There will be many praises, and Sparta will track them all. Okay. Check general chat on Discord. Okay, I'm going to check general chat on Discord. How about if I check corporal chat? Okay, where'd it go? Ah. Eh. Very funny. This is the plan. I can see that. That parchment will be never ending. Yeah, we have a long list of people that have been very helpful, and that list keeps growing, and I'm actually very happy about that. So I want to, and I will make mistakes, and I will miss people sometimes, but I want to make sure that we're giving credit to people that are helping and doing things for the chat and stuff like that, as well as for the websites and for the things that we're working on. So, yeah, yes, the credits are always growing. But Sparta's long list of never ending Savvy credits, not all of them will make it into the list of the credits that we show on screen. Okay, back to this. Back to what we were supposed to be doing. But I tell you, get back to work. Yeah, so I think that I like that edge better than the edge that we had before. I also like this water edge better, although there is a problem in the water right there, which we'll have to fix eventually. But cool. Yep. Boop, doop, boop. It also looks better here. Yep. Village, little village. Oh, let's turn the collision off. Oh, there's another one. I think that's on the top layer though. You can see all the places that I accidentally put a where I used the wrong cell to block something out. So we will move that cell to this cell, and then it'll be fine. Yep, there's a lot of cleanup cells that I did not clean up. Oh, it's because when I took the plants out. Oh, that's why it's doing it. Let's do a check here. Turn that. Yeah, that all should have been put on the other level. Put it on the wrong level. Okay, we'll go back and fix that in a little bit. That means that everyone that I worked on, I did this to. Luckily, we just replaced stuff over there. I don't think we left any lines. Oh, we did. We left a line right there. Sometimes you make mistakes. You just got to go back and fix them. Not going to hurt anything. Just go fix them and they're done. There's some in the water too, because we used the wrong water. So it's not here. It shouldn't be the upper though. That one should be the main water section. That should be this one. Oh, we have a line. Okay, that is a problem with my water. So it looks like I was a pixel off when I dropped the water in the I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see that. So if we go back to our Photoshop, go over to our water. Yeah, see, I was a pixel off here. So let's go down to our water list. We have that one. Yeah, that one. Let's see if I can change color of the grid. I don't remember how to do it right now, but okay. Let's fix this real quick while we're here. Grab our water piece. Give me a water. Oh, okay. Well, we're in the wrong. Interesting. Okay, we'll just grab it from this one then. Control copy, bring it back over
Unknown
here.
caller.
I do not answer unknown callers. so that's the shadow, but the shadow isn't working right. Weird. Okay, well, let's see if that fixes it. See, that's one of the problems with you when you have to go back and fix something like that is you I should have been making those naming things and doing all that stuff as I was doing it, and I wasn't. And so I've just caused myself a lot more work. And that's one thing you want to try to keep from doing, but by the same token, sometimes you really have no choice. Okay, where's our room that had it? Now we still have an edge. Yeah, it's still there. Okay. Yeah, it's because the shadow. I did the shadow wrong. Because that shadow shouldn't be there on that side. Because it's the shadow from the next block over. Okay. has a long list of. Yeah, credits lists always keep going. Are we texturing the water also? Yeah, there's a little bit of texture on the water, just a little bit, just enough to make it not a flat color. And what's funny is the shadow I was trying to get rid of, or the light that I was trying to get rid of, is actually I just realized this line right here is part of the shadow of this green right here, which is the shadow that makes up this part over here. It's just the shadow on the other side. So what I've done is created an extra shadow that shouldn't be there. And the way to fix that, with the easy way to fix that, let me turn all the water back on, is to move the water to the above the upper shadow. But my concern is that if we do that, now that I think about it, then the shadow isn't going to work for the lower one. So what we'll do is create a fix in the upper shadow part. So let's go to the lower shadow section, which is this one. And this should be where all of our, okay, not dirt. Trying to find the, okay, it might be the upper shadows. I put the oh, what's somewhere else? Oh, hello, Savvy Otter. Oh, okay. Didn't know that you weren't subbed, but okay, cool. Or you needed to renew. I didn't know that it ended. Okay, so there's the old one. Oh, I put it in there? Really? Is that I haven't cleaned it up well enough yet. Okay, let's find it. Yep, that's it there. So what we need to do is let's drop this here. We're going to take that. And where is it over here? We're going to put this above this. Yes. That will fix it. And we put it like there. Nope, that's not going to work. We have to cut out a piece and make a special piece for it. Or do we? Let's put this here so I don't lose it. This one should be, this is all of them, yeah. This one's for the dirt. So we do this. Let's turn that off for a second. We grab this under piece here. Say here to here. Okay, there's nothing in there. Okay. Need to get it from the water. Which will be this piece here. Should be able to. Yes. Then we go back up here. Turn this back on. Plop that down. There. That fixes that one. And we can take the same one, fix this one, I believe. Look up here if we have. Yeah. There we go. Add one new one there. Take it and move it over here. That is our top, so we want to put it there. And then cut it off there. Boom. Okay, that should have fixed it. Now we won't have those lines there, and I need to get rid of this one now. Delete. Okay. Yeah, so we just did an overlay. A quick clean just to get rid of that line. It's not pretty, but it's done. So that's good because it's the back edge anyway. So let's do a save and then an export. Little art items here and there. They will drive you nuts. Let's go back to our land. Out of the way. Okay. Go back to here, reload this. Yeah, we got rid of one of them. Apparently there's one on the bottom I didn't see. But that is on that. But yeah, okay. We basically just have to do the same thing on the bottom part. So, but it should be. Oh, it's this one here. Okay. Yeah, where it is right here at the bottom of the thing. So we need to grab See if I can see where the line is here. Right here. So we need to grab the bottom of this one from here to there. Yeah, I think that'll do it. Do a copy. And we're probably going to say it's probably going to complain. Yeah, so we need to go down, back down here to our water. It would still be this one. Do a copy, do a paste, and then move it. Oops. Z. Okay, now we need to move it up here. Put it up here with this one. Okay, now we can just pull that down. It's not what we were after. We're after the little one. That's the one we're after. Turn all the water off. That is what we're looking for. Put this right here. And that should take care of the one on the bottom. Turn the water back on. Yep, that took care of it. All right then. Take that one, and this one can be thrown away. I will just leave it up here so we have an extra. This one here can be thrown away. We'll keep this one just so we'll put it over here so it doesn't get a shadow on it, so we can use it for filler if we need to. And then we'll do a complete clean. Try to do a complete cleanup on all this stuff this weekend. Okay, back to the game. Back to this. Load this in. Okay, yeah, that fixed it. It was just my extra shadow doing some silly things, so we are all good. Still have some gray ones here to fix. Yeah, those all come from when we remove the plants. Move some things around. Apparently I put them on the second level. But, oh well. They're fixed now. There's some across here. Oh, it's on the plants themselves. Okay, yeah. I need to fix those. We'll fix those later. Okay. Is it a little violent? I was playing spooky games. Okay, no, that's not to me. Did you make the tile map yourself? The artwork for this part, yeah, this yes. I took a original tile set that was put together by the tutorials that I did, and then used those as a guide to redraw them all. So if we look back at the original tile set that came with the tutorials that I was doing, and just so you know, the lines that we're seeing are these ones here, which are the drop shadows from they're bleeding over. Same thing on the plants. So you can see the drop shadow. Oh no, you can't because I don't have that window open. But you can see the drop shadow here bleeding over. So I just have to do the drop shadows a different way for the for this here, and then do a yeah, seal them off. Yeah, whatever, get it done. So the original tile set that came with the tutorials. I'm in the wrong screen. Okay, this is the one that I've built over the last week or so. I think it is, whatever. So this is the one that I built. Let me find the original for the tutorials here real quick. Assets, tile set. I think this is the original one. And this is the original one that it came with the tutorials that I did. So there's a little bit of a difference between the two in that, and we'll just take this and do a copy and a copy. Put it on top of this one. Put it directly over. Come on. So those were the original pieces that was above. Those are the original pieces, and then I went and redrew and reworked pretty much all of it to something that we're using. Searching for a paper bag to breathe. Okay, I'm missing something over here. But if we turn all of this off, close this. We're gonna have to go back and fix that stuff, and I'll do that this weekend. Clean up all of the shadows because the shadows are bleeding over into things they're not. So this is what we started with, which was the tutorial tile set. Which was, it worked really well. I mean, it did what it was supposed to do. It got us started. It got us to understand how everything kind of worked. And then I went through and redrew it into and added some things to it, to this. So this is now the tile set that we're using. Oh, thank you, Sir Nicholas. Thank you very much for the sub. That is, I didn't realize we were in the brains. Oh, they started at this time. That's why. What? Sparta, you're so funny. Let me see if I can pull that up during the commercial here. That would be very funny to do a pull up. Since he's decided to make it official, this just tells me that he has way too much time on his hands. But let's do a window capture. That's what we're trying to do. Select the window. Discord. Yes, here we go. So here is Savvy Otter's titles at this moment, according to Sparta. Let's see if I can get it all on screen. Savvy Otter's titles. First of her name, Champion of the Allfather. Savvy the Savvy Simmerer, feeder of ferrets, maker of emotes, the first of ravens, the Savvy Bot, the Savvy Botter, sorry, the mother of all dad jokes, rescuer of felines, the carver of ruins, the clippy otter, the tarot therapist, the hater of the apps, the savvy helper, the polyglot lecturer, the greeter of all new charters, the brain gourmand, the high functioning undead, the savviest of ones.
Brains.
I took a few. He says he took a few off. That's funny. So you can find that on the Discord. Very funny. Now I'm hoping that Savvy takes that and prints it and frames it and puts it on the wall. That would be funny. Oh, I didn't even know that we were doing a hype train. Interesting. Where'd that come from? Cool. Where did that start? Who started that? See if I can find it here. Because I'm making something for that, but it's not ready yet. It'll probably be ready on Monday. Because I like to make stupid little animations. Let me show you. Maybe I can just show you a test. You want to see a test for it? Oh, I think it's over. But I have no. Let me go to my testing room. Is it in there? No. Where did I put it? Okay. Yeah, it's not working. Oh, well. So, damn it. It's not working. Why is it not working? It's there, isn't it? Yeah, it's there. But I have to do the sound effects for it, so let me see if I can go into that directory and it'll work. So let me see. Let's see. Is it on this one? No, we can try to load it on here and see if it does its thing. And Savvy will probably like this. Nobody's seen this yet, so. But I'm not seeing the scene that are pre-existing. Ah, there it is. It was like, burp, burp, yay. But I have sound effects to make on that still, so it should be funny. So, but it is not done yet. Bloop. No, it's one of you guys. One of the yearlings is driving the train, but it needs some work. So I actually was downloading train sounds this morning because the only thing that I really think it needs now is it needs two things. It needs audio, and so the train sounds and the Vikings like doing their thing, and then it also needs a flutter of crows or ravens around it. So if you turn it back on here, you see like it has the digital smoke, and that's kind of working, and all that. It needs to be put in place because that's not where it'll go. Because it'll actually go on the top up here. So I'll be able to go like here. So it goes across the screen there. So go. And I have to do some work on the engine. Maybe put another thing on the back with the Make them a little bigger or something. Oh, and then I put let me see if it's in there real quick. I don't know if I actually put this other thing in. It does not look like it. Oh, I did. Here it is. Let's do that. And then at the end, I think of stupid stuff and I don't know why. But when a hype train ends, then we'll go to this one. Oh, we'll go to this one. Just two of them in a little hand car. Go back where we were. That's where we were. Sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. We'll go here and we'll say, yeah, that one. It's just them, two little guys. The train will go by and then these guys will go by after. At the end. Let's put them up there where they belong. So you can see them in their little hand car. Whee! But I have to finish the animation on them too because they just look furry to me. I think their animation's running too hard, and I'll make all of it a little bit bigger so it can see it a little bit better. Yeah, because I need, like I said, the sound effects and stuff like that I'm working on, and I still need to do some size checks. But the goal is that when a hype train happens, then the train will start going by in a loop. And then when the hype train ends, the train will stop and the little handcar guys will go by. Like they're trying to catch up with the train. I thought that would be kind of cute. Similar to what I did on the animations for the Vikings running, is there's the one guy at the end that is behind. There's always someone that's not quite catching up, and I thought that would be kind of cool to put up there. Esmond, it says here, you want to go? I want to go home. Take off this uniform and leave the show. Name that song. Name that movie. Even better. Name the movie. Can you name the movie? I guess song is correct too. Yeah, I wonder if there's a way to prevent spillover from shadows. Yeah, I'm working on a bunch of art stuff for the show so we have it. And yeah. But the train thing, I need to do some work on the train. I did get the wheels turning and all that stuff, but I think our Vikings are a little too small on it, and the train itself is probably a little too small, so we'll make it a little bit bigger, and then put some sound on it. Because, like I said, I went through and collected. I don't know if you can even hear them if I played them. Let's see. It's a good thing to know for later. So if I go to here, nope, that's not what we're after. We're after sounds. No, you can't hear that. Let me see if we can add an audio for desktop audio. It should be on actually. But it is not, so it does not work. It says it's active, but for some reason it's not playing for the show. So let's add a this is something I think we had to do last time is I think it's this one. We'll make it a test. Default. Let's see what's over there. No, that's not going to work. Oh well, yeah, we'll get it working. We'll get it working eventually. Cause that's what we do. We come in and we do it, but do it. We'll do it live. No, I'm looking for something real quick here. Oh wow, yeah, that's not even playing, is it? Let's see if it comes up. It might. Nope. It does not. Oh wait, yes it did. So there's some train sounds I was downloading earlier. We got a bunch of yeah, so it's all very silly and I don't know, funny, makes me laugh. But they need to be mixed, so I'll bring them in and mix them up, and we'll see how they go. Yeah, they need it. There's a lot that needs to be done to them, and they're not they're raw. Those are the raw files. I haven't started doing any kind of mixing on them or anything else. BN Byte, BN Bit. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah. So to answer to go back to answer the question is no. This layer here. This was the original tile set that was in the tutorial, and then this is what last weekend I spent some time drawing us a tile set based on the layout that this one had. There's still some issues with it and stuff like that, but we're gonna get there. And yeah, so if we go to, this is our tile set here. And as you can see, it is growing. So we do have our gate for the graveyard. We do have our stepping stones, which we put in yesterday. And I haven't moved things around because I did all of the work to use them in the first place. What I did do is I made a mistake with the drop shadow. So I need to just fix that. And then we should be all good. In fact, probably what I could do just in the meantime is pull the PNG in and just take those out on the PNG and then put them back. And then that would at least take care of it for right now. And then I can go back and fix the whole thing over the weekend. So if we do this, grab the first top here, not go into the flowers, but go to there, and then we should be able to just do an erase on them to get rid of them. I'll get rid of that. Do the same thing over here. Yeah, it always does that. And get rid of that. Just for now, so that those things are out of the way and we can actually use the different things, because you can see it here too. So if we go all the way across the top, there's the blue part. Oh, I forgot. But the goal was to, and I still have to do it with the character as well, is the goal is to take all the stuff that we learned from tutorial out of it so that we're not using property we shouldn't be using. And that gets a little bit tricky sometimes, but redrawing, it's always just a good idea. And I haven't really used the plant, so that's why the plant isn't a problem. But what we can do, grab the top of this. This is just on the PNG, so it's gonna not be perfect. Oh, we actually need only one line. Okay. That there. Oh, good. Okay. The only other place, but we're not using, yeah, we need to take it off for the tree trunk. We don't use this sign anymore because it's just a dummy sign, but let's take that out. And that should do it. That should take care of that, and then we can just save this PNG. Just need to merge these, merge, and then save, and it'll say what, and then reload. Then we should be all good. That'll take care of all these lines here, like the one that's showing up right here above this guy. So we go back to here, reload the PNG, and that should fix all the lines for now, and then I'll go back and go from there. So now we go to there, we go back to where we were. There's no line. There is no line. Yep. Cool beans. Please, could you? Okay, yes. Could you please? Could I? Okay, I gotta figure out what. Is the tile set made in-house? Yes, it's made by me. Just so you know, in-house is just me. There's nobody else here. It's just me doing this. That's why things are moving slowly. Can you explain briefly how you made the tiles, please? I just did. Didn't I? Did I not? Yes, could you please? Okay, so let me go back to Photoshop. And we can go through the layers if you want to, so we'll do that. Go back to Photoshop. Did Photoshop come up? Okay. So, several ways. One of the things I did, and this is, we'll talk about the grass first, is the grass was flat. And so what I did was when I was out, let me see if I can find the original artwork for it. When I was out, I like to take pictures of different textures and stuff. And so what I did was, let me see if it's in raw, I believe. Oh, let me open, I have to open photos so that I can get my main directory. Photo app. Open up the directory. Which one am I looking for? I want this one, I believe. Nope. Pictures. Nope. Memories. Nope. I know I brought it in here. Is it at the bottom? Oh, it's down here. Okay, let's go to this directory. Is it in book? Nope. Is it in render? Nope. Full book? Nope. That's a game book. I don't think you guys can see what I'm looking at, but that's okay. Right now, I'm just trying to get to the right spot here. Okay, well, let's see if we can just open that. Okay. So let me, God, I know I brought them in here. Where is the screen? Okay, let's go to this, open file folder. Okay, it is in this directory. Okay, so I'm not completely insane. So I take pictures of things when I'm out and about. And since we have phones now, it's a lot easier. I used to do it when I was a 3D artist to collect different textures and things like that. So what I'll show you here is this picture. Let's see if I can get it. Let's see if we can load it up here. I'll come back here. Go there. Let me grab this picture here. So we need to go to this directory. I was not prepared for this, so I'm trying to quickly shift. Oh, that's right. It's not a JPEG, so this computer won't recognize it. So, but we have Photoshop right here. Just drop it there. Okay, I'll do that as I talk to myself. So, open with Photoshop. Okay, so the grass started out as this, and let me take the viewers off. So this is basically the grass piece, and what this is it's. I went to the science museum like a month ago now, and while I was at the science museum, there was an aquarium there that. Sorry, something's not letting me. Oh, cancel that. Cancel that. Okay, so the. So I was at the science museum. There was an aquarium there, and this moss. This is moss that was growing on top of the aquarium. So I took a picture of it and then used a piece of it. I think it was like this piece right here to as the start for my grass piece. Just this particular resolution is just whatever resolution was in the phone. It's my standard phone resolution. So if we look at it, this image is oh, that's kind of cool. This image is 4,000 by 5,000. But I wish you could see the. God, can I do it? Let me see if I can get that. Looking at the thing, it really zoomed in on it, and you can see that it's not grass at all. What it is just, it's not gross. It's just interesting. Let's see if I can find a window here. I can pull it up in. Ah, perfect. So this is what it looks like close up. So that's how big the resolution, but that is the resolution of what the film is. But when you get closer to it, this is what it is. It's just these little growth things that were on top of the water. So yeah, they kind of look like jelly beans. You know. But I took a picture of that thinking, you know what, we need a grass. And then I took that and just basically modified it to the grass that we have now. If you get real close to it, in the close that. If we get real close to it here, you can see that it is it, but because it had to be sized down so much, it just kind of did exactly what I wanted to. It just kind of randomed up. So that was our base grass. You know, our base water was and our base dirt was. I actually went online for textures to look for textures, and I just found textures online for different things and brought them in and then modified them. Same thing with the brick, you know, is I just looked for things that could be modified and changed. The wood was basically here. Let me show you my. Let me see if I can get the directory up here. Let me go to downloads and then do make into view for images. See if it's still in here. I just went looking for woods online, like pieces of wood. So we had things like planks, just different pieces of wood of all kinds of different wood to try to show. So let me see if I can get an image of wood here from my download directory. Download. So we need woods. So here's like a set of planks. See if we can get them to come up. Turn them on, of course. So like I grabbed some planks just flat pieces of wood, because I didn't have a chance to go over to like Home Depot or Lowe's or any of the different shops that have wood. Or I would normally just go over and take pictures and then bring them back. Let me see if I can find the dirt stuff. Is this the one? No. But when you're taking pictures and stuff like that, the not the scale, but the resolution is going to be massive. So for the stone, I basically took a basic image, not the stones, not the walking stones, but the other things. Is you just go out and take pictures of stuff. So like for the tops of the bottom of let me just pull it up. So here is a log top. I know it's silly, but here's a log top. And then that log top became the top of, go back to Photoshop so you can see me where I'm pointing. That log top became the log tops here, like right there and there. So yeah, I'm just pulling pieces here and there, but the majority of the time you can just go out and take pictures and modify them. In fact, I showed, I think it was yesterday or the day before, with these walking stones. Is I talked to my girlfriend about the fact that I take these pictures, and she saw me at the science fair, at the science museum thing, taking pictures there too. And she had went out and saw some really cool rock that she thought was really cool. And the sweetheart took some pictures for me of it, which I thought was just like, oh my God, that's awesome. So let me see if I have them in the directory, and I'll show you the pictures she took here. If I can find them, they should be, where did I put them? That's the raws. No, it's not in there, not in there. I know I saved them. Oh, they would be in the other directory over here. So I'll have to bring them in through Photoshop. But yeah, so you just go out and you take pictures, like things that I haven't used yet. Like one of the things that was at but we're going to use, let me close this just for a second so I can load something into Photoshop. I did that again. Okay, stop that. So one of the ones some of the other ones that I took at the science thing, if we move this to here, then I got some beehives, so that when we start doing beehive stuff, and then I'm like, okay, well, what about the bees? So I took pictures of bees. Oh, sorry. Yep. Click. Okay, thank you. So I also took pictures of bees while we were there. So I'd have bees in there. But that's what you do. You take pictures of the stuff around you. I'm trying to find the ones that she took. So I showed them yesterday, but because they're not in this directory because she sent them to me. So let me look. In our, it was in here. No, this one. Okay. Folder room. Photos. Pretty sure it's in here. It is not. I showed them yesterday because they got to be on this system because I showed them yesterday. Let's go JPEGs. But you go and you collect the things, and you take pictures of everything, and then you come back. So if I threw all the different references up here, I'm trying to grab them all here, for all kinds of different things. And the majority of them literally were just go out and take pictures and then use them to create new things. That is weird. I'm not seeing the ones that I showed yesterday, which are the ones that we use for the stone. Let's put these in here. So there's a wood thing. Let's go. Yeah, do this. So these are a bunch of little itty bitty wood things and different things that I was trying to kind of work around. But all different sizes for things, all different kinds of woods and textures and stuff like that. What did I do with the rocks she gave me? It might be in here, actually. Open recent. Stone floor, stone, walking stones. No, that's the other one. Well, here's a walking stone PSD. So basically, this was what our stone stuff looked like, and then so we just had basic stones, and now I can't find the textures that we used yesterday for the final stones. So that's really bothering me now because she took some really cool stone stuff. And I want to be able to show it, but I'm not seeing. Oh, yeah, there's one. See, so she saw these and went, oh, wow, that's kind of cool. And this is what we used for the texture on our stones, on our walking stones. So that is what is in here. That's what's on these stones here and these stones here. And so we had the basic stones, and then we made our corners and stuff like that, so you can do that. But it's just you find things that look cool and use them. And everybody now has a phone with them all the time, and a pretty high resolution phone when it comes to, in this particular case, because we're making small art, it actually works out really, really well. And being able to, oh, that's the banner thing. Okay, being able to see those, and anything around you, anything that has a texture that you think looks cool, always just grab it, because you never know when you're going to need it, and it's always going to be good to use it. I think he said he uses his phone. Yes, I do. I mean, I do have a 5D, but it's a kind of a pain to carry around all the time. But right now, I just use my phone. I have an iPhone. What is it? An iPhone 15 or something like that. So yeah. But next time I go to Lowe's, yes, I'll take a lot of pictures of wood and stuff like that, different textures of wood and things like that, and use those. I'll also go to the brick aisle and look at some different bricks and stuff for what we want to use, because maybe we'll change the bottom of the houses to brick, so this here would be brick instead of wood, and then it looks like it's wood on top, which is what a lot of camping cabins look like. But since we haven't decided on the world, it's just doing some quick things just so we have something to work with. That's funny because that picture is not on my Photoshop. Yeah, all because I brought it in separately. That's why. Close it. Things aren't going slowly. They are going at your pace. From my perspective, things are moving fast. Oh, wow. Do you take photos in 4K or texture for your text? No. And here's, for this particular case, no. And the reason why is because this is our main screen in our game is 320 by 180, I believe. So 4K images aren't going to do us a bit of good. In fact, as you make your images smaller, and as you're going down to where you need to be, high 4K images aren't going to do you any good. They're just going to piss you off, because the amount of work that you have to do to compress them to something that's usable is a pain. I mean, like, serious pain. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this thing to work. So yeah. But grab everything, and that's also why it looks fuzzier. So even though this grass is our little worm guys, because I shrank it down so much, it looks more like grass. Yeah. So I'm trying to get things that are questions. Please remember to tag. Okay, sorry. Phones have some crazy cameras now. Yes, they do. The only problem is that not all phones capture in JPEGs, and iPhones do not. They can't capture in H something. I forget what it is. So you do have to convert them to just. You can just load them in Photoshop and save them off in JPEGs, and then do your conversions from the JPEGs. But you get a huge. I mean, as an example, with the Moss, it gave me some huge stuff, and even the bees, because I put the bees stuff up. Is put the window back up. So this bee, we can let me take all these pieces of wood down. So now I could take this even and draw a bee, for the game, but it wouldn't be this big because this is massive. Same with all this stuff. This is really cool honeycomb, and this is real honeycomb. So it'd be very awesome to be able to draw something with it. Maybe if we open the top of, because we're going to make beehives for the wax guy, for the candle maker, and maybe be able to do a close-up of bees, like with the queen bees complaining at you for stealing her wax or something. Yeah, for texture maps, phones are fine. They do. For what we're using them for, it works great. Because we can zoom way in on this, and you can see all the little moss pieces and stuff like that. So, and it makes great grass. You just have to fill in the white ones. But from a distance, it's just moss on the top of the water. I didn't even see those. I could probably turn those into something. We can make little lily pads for our water or something. That could be cool. Oh, wow. Those arrows are weird. Oh, they're light. Looks like it's light shining off of them. Oh, yeah. Took this picture at the Science Museum. It's cool to see. Oh, yeah, that didn't come out good over there. I'm going to use the center part, which is a little clearer. Plus, you just get to look at the surroundings. Look at your personal surroundings, which is always kind of cool. Oh, I think I moved my date. Let me close some things here. I think I moved some things around that shouldn't have moved around. This guy, I believe, goes over here. I don't know what he is, so I broke something. It's not that. That's our sidecar. That's our train. It is this window here. What is this window here? Ah, it is something. Oh, this was the thing we tried to make sound with. It didn't work. So, yeah. So, is my mind how much time you just saved me? Well, I'm glad I can help. Because a lot of people don't think about it. A lot of people just like, oh, that's a cool piece of cement that I'm walking on. Well, does your game have cement? Well, is that piece of cement you're looking at cool enough to be a piece of cement in your game? Do you have sidewalks in your game? Do you need cement slabs for something in your game? Knitting Knots, thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate that. Prime sub, yes. My brain, how much time you just saved? Wow, cool. Yeah, I got into the habit years ago of doing stuff like this because I would make shaders for different things, different 3D objects I was building. And it just was a habit I never stopped. So, when I'm working on something and I see something in the wild that is going to help that project, then I'm just like, oh, wow, that's actually kind of cool. And I took a couple pictures that night of like the bees and different things that I saw in the Science Museum and stuff like that. Another one is just gather pictures of different insects and look at them and look how they're built so that you could build monsters from those. So some monsters can be built from just insects that you've never seen before. I do peek in every now and then. Well, thank you and welcome. Savvy has ensured me that we have enough jokes to warrant this. Sorry I missed them today. Yeah, no worries. Made it and it's cool. Okay, okay. Yes, we did a few eye rolls today. At Krav. Okay, I'm trying to find the reference. So yeah, so you can get literally, like I said, you can get grasses. Like if you have a grass that you like, take a picture of it. If you have a like when I was in on the little island in Hawaii, I took a lot of pictures of geckos and red dirt because the dirt on begins with an L. I forget the island. Was just amazing. Just had amazing color to it, and just grabbing that stuff and being able to come back and use it on things is just really, really cool. Oh, did I miss one? Oh, let me go here and see what is going on. It says knitting knot subbed. Bryson subscribed in the channel. Thank you very much. Binbit follows the channel. Hype train ended. Thank you for the hype train. I didn't even realize it was running until I looked up. Bryson redeemed gig, gin, and FT and emote. Don't know what that is. Sir Nicholas scribed. Oh, there's another subber. Ari for now, or Ori for now. Thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think we're caught up. So yeah, textures can be found everywhere, and then you can come back and rework them into something that works for your game. So you're gonna need to learn the tools that you need to do that. So in my case, I have Photoshop, and I do a lot of stuff in Photoshop. And when I'm building the tile sets, I know stuff in Photoshop, but I'm still learning a lot of stuff too, because Photoshop keeps evolving, and what we do keeps evolving, so it changes all the time. But back to the original question in regards to the tile set, and I lost that window, didn't I? Yeah, it looks like I did. Cool for me. Yeah, just go out and take pictures of stuff. Look at the world around you. See what works for you. Because there's stuff out there. So like I said, this was the original tile set that we got from the tutorial that we did. I did, sorry. Don't mean to say, I'm so used to being as part of the team, and it's always we. So I will say we a lot, and I don't mean that there's someone standing over my shoulder or anything like that. It's just it's better to say we than I when it comes to creative work, because we did it. I did not do it alone, but in this case, I'm doing it alone. So that really doesn't matter, does it? Okay. I just completely blew my point out of the water. Or we just blew our point out of the water. Haha. That's right. I did it. So yeah, so this is where we started, and this is where we are now. So yeah. I'm trying to encourage people to get off their phones. Meanwhile, you're trying making sure you take pictures of dirt. Yes. Sparta, yes, you can. You don't have to. The thing is here's my theory on phones. Yes, I think that me personally, my phone, it's here somewhere, but I don't spend every moment of every day on my phone. It's a tool. It's not. I do not have a relationship with my phone. It is a tool that I carry with me all the time. Am I? I'm not over explaining the joke. I'm over explaining the point. A point. So Sparta, ha! But it is a good tool if it's treated like a tool. So right now, Sparta, you're kind of a tool. Just saying. Meh. Hopefully you will take that in the joking manner that I meant it. But yeah, but you can learn a lot. You can learn a lot of things, and you can get a lot of things done by looking at the world differently. I'm always a tool, usually not sharpest one. Well, me either. I'm more of a blunt instrument most of the time. Oh shit. We have a zombie coming up here in a second. Boom. I didn't realize it was that quick a second, but yeah. Brains. Oh, my voice. Water. As a running. Time, hydrate, correct. Must hydrate. Sparta, I hope you took my joking in the manner it was intended, as funny. So cool beans, though. It's good that we have this stuff, but I do need to figure out the solution for the bleed over of shadows, because we can't go beyond those notes. I think there's a fix, though. But it's very hard to believe that I was the first one ever to have that problem, so it should be could be something easy. I have thick skin. You'll have to try harder than that, so don't worry about it. Okay, cool. Cool. Actually, it's funny because I don't go back and look at stuff that I've done. Even in the last couple weeks, I just realized I'm looking at this, going back and forth between where our tile set was to a week and a half ago to where it is now. It's not too bad for as rushed as I think it's been. You know, I think that we've come quite a way. We have an interesting look. And like I said, I don't know if it's going to be the final look yet or not, but it is definitely something that I think is going to treat us well. We do have a layer in there that should not have come on. That one there. Yeah. That one should not be on. Okay, that's better. Oh yeah, from there to there is not a bad thing. Don't forget to at him. Okay, here, let's do this. There, boom, bam. Would you say something like sandstone would be? Oh, absolutely. Because you can use sandstone as to formulate bricks for walls. You can use sandstone for dirt. because you can recolor it and rework it. There's a lot of those kind of textures, even in the sandstone where there's different colors going through it and stuff like that. You could do a lot with. You know, I live in an area that has a lot of. Oh, cool. Yeah, so even like the arches, all that stuff. So you have to, so like we have this building here, you know, if you wanted to do a more ornate building, go take pictures of ornate buildings in your area, and get the pillars and all that stuff and see what works for the things that you're trying to do. Victorian construction is really, really good for if you're doing anything like in the South, mostly heavy weathered sandstone and brick. Cool. I have dry skin. It's incredibly itchy. Welcome to the club. Moisturize. Yes. When addressing me directly, okay, yeah, that's me talking to me. I started using, yeah, I was looking at that program yesterday. People have mentioned it several times. That's Asprite, a Sprite, a Seprite. More last night, and the new tiling tool is there, and the new tiling tool in there made tiling a breeze. Yeah, I haven't used it yet. So yeah, I'll probably go look at it because I definitely wanted to check it out. When you get some time, it was so cool. I made a pretty complex set of water tiles in like 30 minutes. Oh, awesome. Getting real life reference is so vital to any artwork, even if you were painting. Getting real life reference of colors and textures and all that stuff is always gonna help you. I also like to get textures and then use HLIMP to change the color, but keep the same texture. Because even if you're doing 3D, some of those textures could be used as bump maps and stuff like that as well, which can save you a lot of modeling issues if you're doing 3D. People usually pronounce it a sprite. Okay, thank you. GIMP. Oh, GIMP, not HIMP. Okay. Don't take your skin for granted. I try not to. It doesn't like going out anyway. Blaze the Phoenix is so cool. How cool is he? He basically can create a tile and lay it out however you want, and then draw on the original and see how it looks in the array of tiles you set up. And you can draw on the array and it will modify the original. Cool. That's one thing I liked about it, and a lot of people didn't, is I liked the bridge, which was a linking program between Photoshop, After Effects, and Premiere, where you could change something in Photoshop and it would update all the way across the board. It was really cool. I don't know if it still exists, but I used it quite a bit long ago. Cool. My home is insanely dry air, so I bought a humidifier with a large square. Turns out it also has Wi-Fi, so I can control it with my phone and Alexa. Cool. Okay, so we talked about this. I hope I answered the tile where we started, where we are tiles question. But it's come a long way. And only a few little patterns in there, but it's a temp, so it's all good. Let's close that up. Bloop. Okay, that is get the game. I believe that's that. Yeah. So we got rid of all of our lines we were talking about. Keep dropping. Don't need to drop them no more. Yeah, all the lines are fixed. Actually, they're not because we didn't actually load it back in, did we? One way to find out. Let's look around. Yeah, we did. We reloaded it. It's all good. I'm not seeing any secure shadow lines, so I think we're okay. So yeah, so that's tile sets. Yay, tile sets. Let's do a quick build. Hey, when it does that. Hopefully I didn't break nothing. That's always the final call on that stuff is, did it break? Is it okay? Okay, turn that on. In 3, 2, 1. Okay. Yep. Go back to our gate. Yeah, it looks like we got all the little extra lines done. I think that the, oh well, there's a little one on that there, but we'll fix that later. But I think the actual shading, using a shadow to separate the grass from the dirt, actually doesn't look too bad. We have some fixes to make, of course, but I don't think it turned out that bad. Good morning, ladies. Soon at this rate means 3 to 6 months. Maybe. I don't know. The trick now is to actually start putting game mechanics in now. Yep. Climbed over the roof and went inside. Well, you're not supposed to walk on the roofs, but this building, I didn't put not all the collisions in place. Because this building originally was was going to be one like this, where the roof disappears, so you can just go inside and work. But we changed it and made it into a separate room one, which you actually have to go in from the bottom. But our overlays are anyway. Cravini, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. We are doing well, peoples. Throwing rocks on his roof. Yeah, we can fix that actually by just going back to the game. Just look at that building. So you can't walk. We'll fix it where you can't walk on the roof anymore. Yeah. Just put stay off my roof. Got a couple of those we could probably. Yeah, we'll have to fix all that so that we can not walk on the roof, but still get into have this be in front of us. We also have to figure out how to make it so when he walks into a building, it actually goes over him. So because right now it does not. So if he were to come down here, two things. He doesn't walk into the building, you know. So that's a problem. Another one is that he doesn't walk behind the building up here, which he should. So we have to fix that. So we're pretty early on in terms of mechanics and collision. Yes, we are. What kind of engine are we using? We're just using Game Maker Studio, which is just what was available at the time, and I've had to learn. So I've been working with Game Maker Studio now for, what is it? 6 weeks? So I don't know everything about Game Maker Studio, but I'm learning. Oh, thank you. Those were one of our very first emotes for Twitch. We were talking about Bob Ross stuff, so I made happy trees and happy clouds. I know it's silly, but I like them. Yeah, it seems to be doing pretty well for 2D games. I've seen a lot of cool stuff made with it. I just don't know enough about it yet to say, okay, go. But if nothing else, it's good. It's a good testing ground for stuff, which can be very helpful. He still wants his hat. I think I left my hat in the Scare Cave to the northeast. You might need some items to get there. Yeah, you do. You need some bombs and some other things that you just can't get here. Go to the forest on this side. Okay. Big Daddy Floof. Big Daddy Floof, thank you very much for the follow. How many arrows do we have? That's a good question. We have 49 arrows. Okay. I have to move my attack buttons to something that makes more sense. Right now, they're not set in an optimal way. But we will get there. Okay, Big Day. Love me some 2D games, especially with cats. I prefer bunnies too. Okay, cool. The only thing I miss. Okay, that's not for me. Ha, that's a great name. Oh, our silly name for the game? Yeah, it's just something silly. It's all silly. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, we have about 13 more minutes of this section. So, any other questions anybody wants to bring up? Oh, there has been an amendment. Please add the bilingual lecturer, the savvy Klippa, verse daughter of Odin. Funny. Oh, that's cute. Hey, everybody. An old man is talking. See how you are. Memes. Are we still going to make the player age? Yes, that is absolutely what we're going to do. What I want to do, and let's go over to the way I've talked about it. Sorry, I'm on the wrong thing here. Is as our player finishes quests, because the main quests are going to come from, he's going to get quests from people in town and stuff like that. But his main quest for leveling up is going to come from his ancestors who are here. And as each of them, as he completes the quest that they give him for that ancestor, that's how he's going to reach the next level. And with that next level is when he's going to, we're going to change the sprite out. We're going to do all those kind of things so that he grows as he's going on. And the thing that I used as an example that I really liked was way back ago, way back in the early 90s. There was a game called, I think it was Evolve is what it was called. And you started out as an amoeba, and then as you leveled up, you would become something else. And I always thought that was kind of cool. So, and I just like the fact that your character changes, evolve. Yeah. So I just like the fact that your character changes. He doesn't just stay the same as he levels up. I want the character to evolve, the look of the character to evolve with his evolution. Do you have any advice on finding early adopters for your game? I am nearing the playable stage for my game. You're talking to them. I mean, in all honesty, any community that you're part of, if you're part of that community and you're doing things with them, you're going to know the people that you can that will be honest with you and you trust to play your game and give you honest feedback. These are huge. Some of these communities in here are huge communities, and we're zombied out. I will finish that in a moment. Because the person asking doesn't look like they're still here. But the bottom answer is this: you're part of a community. How many discords are you on? How many people in those discords can help you? Et cetera, et cetera. Try them out. Go find out. If the zombies get you, it doesn't much matter anymore because you're just empty-headed. It's funny because would you think about the fact that at some point some marketer would get the idea of sending zombies after specific people because they like the easy opening heads? That would be kind of cool. But what if the zombie gets you? Yes, people, we like the easy opening heads. Any ideas on how to get your game more noticed on Steam? Marketing. What makes your game stand out from the other games like it? And we talked about this a little bit from a standpoint of marketing games before, is what part of the core drives that humans have does your game fulfill? And then use that as the reason why people should come play your game. Choose to get misled, act, or disc. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying is you can use that as a starting point. Discord does have some hacking issues and things like that, but you can. I think Steam has a setup where you can put things in there and do it for testing and stuff like that. But I may be wrong. So. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so let me go back to the question is, just look around and see. That's why I said that you need to find people that you trust. So yes, there's some really great people in here, but whether you trust them or not, I don't know. And then only give your game to people you trust and that you think are going to be honest with you. But looking for people who play that kind of game is always a good thing. Steam Greenlight, I think. Okay, cool. Yeah. So to answer Devil King's concerns is, try checking out Steam Greenlight is what Sir Nicholas says it's called. So check it out. They can get they probably have a broader amount of people in there than just people that you are in a community with. So. Yeah, maybe use Discord to get the word out and send them to Steam Greenlight. Oh, it was discontinued years ago? Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry. That's too bad. It sounds like a good idea. I used to watch a TV show called Greenlight, and it was about movies. And there was a movie called Feast that was made out of one of them, and is made as part of the show. It's an interesting movie. I think that's, if I remember correctly, isn't Greenlight how Thor got his game off the ground? I could be wrong, but I seem to remember something like that. While working on a game, is there any specific part in the development that you have liked particularly, or is the whole process? The best part to me and the funnest part to me is digging the story out, finding out what the story is and working with people in the story. It's not something that I get to do that often because I'm usually just making art or doing videos or doing intro cinematics, but all of that has a lot of story built into it. So the story part's always the part that I like best. One of the things that I talk about in the interview I did was the fact that I want to know the stories of the people that actually live in the worlds, like the when you're going into a world and you pass someone by, like say we're going here, so let me go back to our game here. So if we go back to town, all the way back to town, and we say we go to the little kid, right? Not the cat, but the kid. And he says to us, "Okay, want to throw axes at fish, but what is his story in the game? Who is he? Where does he live? Who are his parents? Those are the stories I want to know, not just about the player in the game. In fact, a lot of the videos that I made with the Machinima team were about things inside the game. So we invented the Nomergon News with Windy Breezy and Barley Mithrock and all them. And they would tell stories about living in the game, not about the players, not about things like that. It was just like from the standpoint of the living world that you're in, what are the stories for the person walking on the street? Those were the parts that I really liked. Yeah, I think he did a Steam Greenlight. I could be mistaken, but it's been many, many years, so hard to say for me. I don't keep track of everything he does, but I seem to remember him saying something about that. I have heard that puts you higher on the list if they wish list it more. Okay, cool. So I know he did Champions of Breakfast, and then he did Heartbound. I don't know. I know that he talks something about the Greenlight um, setup on Steam, but I don't remember everything about it. So sorry about that. But you guys can ask him, and he'll probably answer. Hmm. See, I don't know. I'm actually kind of disappointed that Steam would actually get rid of that. Hmm. Here, let's see. Steam Greenlight games. Steam Greenlight. Huh. I'm looking back over some of the games that are in Steam Greenlight. They have 484 pages of them, though. So, are you sure it's discontinued? Most recent. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, Heartbound was a green light game, according to Steam. It was a tedious system, really, was it? Steam got rid of Greenlight since they didn't need it for the gatekeeping anymore, and the $100 fee could replace it. Hmm. Now it's just give me $100 and then you can go do your thing. They aren't going to gate block. Oh, okay. Well, it's their choice. Their platform, their choice. But cool it was there. Because it looks like I said, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 30 games on a page for 484 pages. So that's a lot of Greenlight games. The Greenlight retired in 2017. No new games can enter, but the library is still up. Yeah, the library is still up because I'm looking at it right now. That's what I was just looking at. And it has 14,519 entries. So that's a lot of entries. And 7,624 of them were released. So 50%, a little over 50% were released. Like watching. Oh, thank you. All we've been making really is a world. We haven't actually made a game yet. We've just made a world. Now we can make a game on top of that world. But we got distracted about tile sets and stuff like that today. But that's actually okay because I think that tile sets are an important thing. And we will replace the tile set at some point when we decide, once we start working on the story and stuff like that, what world they will actually live in. What world are we in? Is it a sci-fi world? Is it a regular world? Is it a purple planet world? Is it a lizard world? What is our character? A amoeba is our character. Something that is unknown to us. Is he an insect race? There's a lot of things. Is it a human race? What is it? The thing I was worried is there are so many games on Steam that I could see a game falling through the cracks, so to speak. No, I totally get that. The thing is the reason most games fall through the cracks and most games don't, not fall through the cracks. The reason most games get ignored is because, number one, the game was not marketed correctly as to what kind of game it was. Number two, the game wasn't finished when it was released, and people that played it didn't like it and didn't talk about it. You want your game to be as complete as possible, and you want it to be to the point to where even the people that are working on it want to play it. And that is the trick, because a good game will always be found. So I find the mechanics take a long time to work on. But once you have the bones of systems in place to interact with each other, adding content is a lot more freeing. Yes, it is. Also just the economy of your world, like how to me, that's always been the part that has been kind of a pain, is figuring out what the money resources is and what the money resource is and how it works throughout the whole community. I've not seen a game that was seriously good that didn't do well on Steam. Harsh opinion, but it's highly competitive and difficult craft. Yes, it is. And to my point, it's diluted down by companies that make crap. Companies and individuals that make crap games because they just want to get it out there so they can make money. And that's not a good thing for me. Okay, we are late, so let us close this out today for our game dev section here. Let me get get everything down and put our logos up. That should be closed actually. Boom, 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 boom. Say goodbye to that. Come back up here, put our logo back on. That way, when I'm editing it later for YouTube's, I know where to end it. Yeah, no passion, just financial return. That's what a lot of them go for. That's they heard that there's big money in games, so they go and make a crappy game and make a quick buck, and the game fails after that, and then they go, okay, yay, we did it. Yeah, but nobody remembers your game. So how about Pixel Pirates? Shameless self-promotion. I don't know anything about Pixel Pirates. Mm-hmm. Alrighty then, let us go back to me.